I love this idea about malleability and form, that everything can change and nothing's set in stone. It isn't this sculpture up on a pedestal. It's of this different nature. And so for me, that's really important. I have done pieces that are very in control. And I love the idea of things that are kind of out of control and out of system. And what happened is I was dyeing hunks of fabric. And so the early work, you'll see a piece that has, there are more spills. It's a big piece of fabric with the forms there. Then I thought, what happens if I cut the white out, cut the form, because these were beautiful shapes. And so I thought, and the shapes can become my paintbrush. And so if you think of this as a painting or a floor painting, that each one is a paint stroke. You'll see every piece, I dye on a big piece of fabric and then I cut the shape out, but I always leave a little of the fabric so you can see an outline, so you can see where it comes from. I follow the nature of the stains. Then what I love, I always say that these are kind of my loud, obnoxious pieces because the fabric at the time, and I can't get this fabric anymore, was crushed stretch velvet. So it's completely synthetic. So all the color is totally artificial, completely synthetic, kind of like new music. It's totally artificial and kind of, it's making sounds that you don't even know that you're going to get. Formally, every piece is dyed to black. And I thought, as long as you keep dyeing to black and you think you're going darker, but you're going brighter. And I really liked how that kind of like reference to noise. I'm a big music fan, and at the time, I was listening to a lot of punk rock. Well, in punk rock, I thought it's really interesting that most, it's noise, but there's always sometimes in music where you think there's no structure, there is structure. And a lot of these pieces are improvisational in the doing. So that's where the title referencing the music, punk rock, but having structure, and the kind of structure that's in here, there are lines. And I really love the dialogue in the room between art that's not necessarily of the time, of my time, and that's unusual, I think. A lot of times you don't see that, and as an artist, that's a really wonderful thing to look up, and when you're installing too, and oh my God, there's Moreau, there's Calder, there's Noguchi, and I'm like encroaching on Noguchi's territory. So it's really interesting. I thought that was a really wonderful to sort of dialogue with the art that is about a lot of things that I'm really interested in.